And I'm with someone that I'm a really big fan of, actually, that I know from MySpace and YouTube. The one and only, the fabulous, the gorgeous, Mr. Very Talented, Papi Shank. How are you, Mr. Papi Shank?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah, chilling.
So now tell us where we're at. We're here in Harlem, but we're at the production...
We're at KBO Films. We're in their building. Came up here to check out my dudes. They the ones who shot the video for She So. Joined off the Log On project. Let me get that. It's the Log On project right here. For y'all who don't got it, go get it. Log On Volume 1. You can order it from my MySpace, from my website. Let's go.biz or myspace.com/Papi Shank. So anyway, She So. Track on this album, video coming out. KBO Films is the one who shot and directed it. So came up here to check it out because we're going to drop it this week coming up.
Okay, so now tell us, you're a New Yorker, right? Tell us about like how New York has been from you growing up until now. How has it changed?
I mean, well, New York is completely different than the way it was when I was growing up. Right now, you know, with gentrification, it's a completely different environment. I'm from the Lower East Side myself, you know, so my neighborhood was, you know, very, very street, very ghetto, you know, very cultured at the same time. But right now, it's, you know, on my block, I live in a private building, but I live across the street from projects, and right next to me is a condo, and then right next to that is a antique shop, and then we got a bunch of these little shops and lounges and everything. So my neighborhood, it looks like the village now rather than what it was. So it's more like the East Village now than the Lower East Side. So that's pretty much what's happening with New York as a whole. Mm-hmm. You know, they're upscaling it. You know, they're making it look better, which is great. But unfortunately, in the process, they're forcing out the people who makes New York what it is: the diversity, the culture. You know, we're all getting pushed more and more up north. You know, to the Bronx, to Yonkers. You know, so Washington Heights. You know, in another couple of years, it's going to be very rare to find, you know, lower class, cultured people in the lower Manhattan. It's going to be mainly, you know, middle class and above, because, you know, even like for myself, I live out there. You know, I'm doing the music. I'm not Puffy yet, but
tell us about what it is that you do, because I know you're multi-talented, and sometimes people find it hard to believe that someone can do so many things and be good at it. What is it that you do?
Well, me personally, I'm trying to be the Renaissance man of my time. So, you know, I rap, I sing, I write, I produce, I engineer, I mix, and that's musically. You know, aside from that, I do graphic work. You know, most of all the graphics you see of my stuff, from my MySpace page to my CD covers and all that stuff, that's all stuff I design myself. So I do graphic work, and at the same time, I do other things. I got a degree in music. I went to college for music. I got my degree in music. So everything I try to do everything that I do, I try to make it revolve around music. 'Cause that's my first love, my passion. So, you know, I need graphic work done for that. I go and learn it. I need, you know, a website, learn HTML coding and that kind of stuff. You know, working out. You know, I'm trying to be the total package, so I work out. So I'm a certified trainer, personal trainer. So I train artists as well on the side, and I train people as I train myself. And yeah, like I rap, I sing, I write for myself and for other artists. And, you know, out there, I do a lot of ghostwriting for artists. You know, meaning, you know, they don't know it's me. I'm getting paid on the table. You know, like, you know, work for hire kind of stuff. But not really work for hire, because I do get my royalties. But, you know, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to do everything, pretty much. Everything, as long as it's revolving around entertainment. You know, at some point I want to get into acting, you know, modeling. You know, I've done the little things here and there, but I want to take that more serious with the modeling. So that's another thing I want to get into. So if any agents out there, I'm not signed to anything. I manage myself. Let's get this.
A Renaissance man. Now tell us about the modeling, because I know you were in a contest recently. The results are going to be coming out soon, and you might be doing a calendar in 2010 for the ladies out there.
Ladies. Yeah, well, like I said, the modeling thing, you know, I never really took it serious. When I was younger, I was always told, you know, go ahead and you should get into some modeling. But you know, I'm not that tall. I'm only 5'10". So, you know, you got to be about 6 foot, usually for males who do runway. So I never, you know, really took it too seriously. Plus, with the modeling thing, you know, with the entertainment business, period, is very, very, how can I say, it's hard to get into. So with the modeling, there's so much castings and going to castings and auditions, and I wasn't trying to really deal with that. I was going to college and all that other stuff. But now, I said, you know, with my music taking off the way it's doing and my buzz and my popularity growing, I'm like, I want my face to be everywhere. So now I want to get into the modeling. So that's why I decided I'm going to do a 2010 calendar. That's still here and there. It's 50-50 because that's another thing I'm putting together on my own. So I'm in the process of putting together my own solo album now. Plus, I'm working with the rest of my team, Let's Go Entertainment, the rest of the artists, Let's Go Entertainment artists. So, and then on the side from that, I got to make a living, So with all that, the calendar saying I want to do something, I'm trying to do. I got photo shoots lined up and everything, but it's not a definite thing yet, unless I get some sponsors out there. If y'all want to sponsor, get your promotion up, get your advertising in my calendar, then great. Then it'll definitely happen, So that's what's happening with the modeling thing. I've done some modeling in the past. I've modeled for Colors of Benetton. I did a catalog for them. I've done a Nike commercial. I've done some things, but that was, just me performing somewhere and someone seeing me. Oh, we want you to do this, Or like Vision, one of the Let's Go Entertainment artists, my brother, he did a Reebok campaign. Again, we was out there doing what we do. They saw him, they liked his look. So that's the kind of modeling I've done, or any of us have done. The only other person in my team that has done more modeling, more professional is Sherelle, Miss Sex Appeal. She's, in all kind of music videos from Beyonce's If I Was a Boy to G-Unit's Rider. She actually got a fragrance coming out right now, which maybe I'm spilling the beans. I know it's supposed to be out there. So, she's doing big things. So right now, she's really the one who's kind of guiding me and giving me tips on where to go with my modeling. It's a family thing. That's what we do. So everything I'm doing is intertwined with the rest of my crew, So that's how we're doing it. And that's what I'm doing with modeling.
Well, here's hoping for the calendar, because I know you'll see one on my wall. Now, let's talk about your music. You have a new single, a new CD coming out. Let's talk about that.
First day of spring, March 20th, I'm dropping my first single off my first official single, because from now, since I started with the MySpace 3 years ago, and now it's like I've put joints out there. I started really building my buzz with remixing songs. Mr. Remix, one of my titles, one of my aliases. So, but a song of mine called Tiempo got leaked. Somehow it got over to La Calle, and they had it on volume 12, and I didn't even know how that happened. So I wasn't complaining. It was getting me, it was generating, a buzz for me with that. And we dropped Log on volume 1, which is the all original music. And then I got Watch I Want on that track, which is my solo joint for that album. But it's still not my first official single where I'm going to say, this is the song I'm going to try to push now, and try to shoot a new video for myself and really push it, try to get on MTV, BET, all that kind of stuff. So this is a joint I'm dropping March 20th. And joint, I haven't put the name out there yet. But the joint is called Anchor. That's ANCHOR, Anchor. So that's all I'm going to say. Use your imagination. Imagine what the song could be about. It's a fusion of like R&B, pop, freestyle. I grew up on freestyle music like Stevie B, TKA. So it got kind of a freestyle sound to it. I'm trying to bring something familiar, but something fresh, to the table. Because right now, I rap, like I said, and lyrically I think I'm very talented and all that, but rap is oversaturated right now. So I'm like, okay, I'm being recognized, by my peers. You're talented, but it's not doing nothing for me as far as record label and all that is concerned. So I'm going to go with R&B. R&B is what's running the game right now. But then again, I don't want to sound like another Neo, another Mario, another Chris Brown. They're all very talented. I like all their music, but, I can do things that, like what they're doing. I'm going to put a little freestyle sound to it. So that's what's coming out, March 20th. That's off my solo album, which God willing will come out the end of 2009 to beginning 2010.
Now, for those that don't know, what kind of music do you do? No, I forgot to ask you.
Well, for those that don't know, like I said, I rap and I sing, but the genres that I try to stick in is hip-hop, R&B. Hip-hop and R&B, those are the main two. But in my album, For All Goes Well, I'm trying to do all genres. I'm trying to do hip-hop, R&B, like I said, freestyle. Pop, reggaeton, which the Tiempo joint that got leaked, that was a reggaeton. It was like R&B reggaeton. Even Latin music I'm trying to do, of course I'm Latin, I'm Latino, I'm Puerto Rican, Dominican, and Cuban, so I want to do some salsa, some merengue, kind of joints, other than just reggaeton, what everybody else used to. House music. Matter of fact, you see the shirt I got on right now. Let me move that, I disrespect my homie. This is a very talented house, artist by the name of Breeze. New album he got out right now called Rise. So, I'm doing some work with him. He actually, we producing some tracks together, and one or two of them I make it on my album. So, my album in itself should be a mixture of all kind of things, a medley of all kind of genres. But mainly what you hear of me right now, if you go and Google me or anything, is hip hop and R&B, rapping, singing, hip hop and R&B. But again, I'm trying to do all genres.